Part 2 of the Punisher.
You're happy to just get the way you came back out.
Yeah, that's how I'm
Don't
going
put lending me your car.
No.
No.
No, that's part 2. We started it. We're just talking about planes, trains and automobiles.
There it is. So we've got email time, guys.
Email time, guys. Before I get into emails, I should mention race speed profiles this week. Kick off for the Brisbane Carnival, and that has been a really successful product over the time. So yeah, the first of Brisbane starts this week, and we'll have packages online to be able to take you through the whole Brisbane Carnival up until then, which shaping up all right. Okay, speaking of that, we'll start off with Brisbane, boys. Fell Swoop went up there, $1.60 or even shorter.
Was it real in? Didn't cost a lot. I know it didn't cost a lot. Has found some sort of new lease of life up there. You know, Doomben. That's his.
Yeah.
But he was home at the 300. Didn't cost a lot.
Oh, it took a long time for Fell Swoop.
Up.
And you know, I mean, we've never been the greatest rap on Jay Ford here as a rider, but I don't think
Fell Swoop's run in the TJ Smith was rock solid.
Yeah, I don't think he could have done any more than Jay Ford.
You know, Chautauqua and English have both won Sims.
I understand. Chautauqua would fucking win on Mars.
Yeah.
Chautauqua.
Yeah, and well, I suppose we'll talk about Chautauqua as we do that. John McLeod made some comments in an article that MT2 wrote, Matthew Taylor 2, who has actually sent an email in, who starts with a C.
Who's Matthew Taylor 2? Is he
Matthew Taylor.
Yeah, I've met him.
You met him, he's a friend of yours.
No, a friend of mine. I've got so many friends.
He said he thought he was disappointing. A few people on Facebook said, you know, gave it to John McLeod for saying it. But
what did he say?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't actually read the comments.
What did John say?
John said that he was disappointed with the win.
All right,
that's fair. What's this commentary? Well, then
yeah,
why would anyone give it to you for that?
I don't know.
I'm disappointed about my life. Like, for fuck's sake. Every day I wake up, I'm disappointed. Every day I have a shave, I go, oh, fuck, that's disappointing. Yeah. You're nude in front of the fucking mirror.
I mean,
that's disappointing.
You're not funny, kid.
Hard not to be disappointed when you think of what you thought of your life when you were 20.
It's terrifying it's just terrifying. That's why I'm trying to fucking wake C. Waller up to the fact that you're the king. Be the king. You know, long live the king.
Instead, he's more like Mr. Sourberry from
Well, I'll give an example. In 50 years, he's going to die and I'll die. We'll both be dead. Is that a fair commentary? His kids will be at the fucking funeral and they'll be carving up the fucking 680 million that he's left and they're going, oh, Dad was great. And all the refs will be, all the stewards will be at the funeral. Wait, oh yeah, your dad was, oh yeah. And my kids will be there. Dad didn't leave us a case, but at least he told every cunt to get fucked. Who's going to be the more proud of children? Well, who is?
Who's going to be the
poor fucking Dad give it? Didn't he leave a mark? And Filthy, all his kids get to say, oh, we got 200 million each in the bank. Oh, Dad was great. Dad was great. But
actually, Glenn, I'd cop the 200 million. Actually,
I'm telling you.
Glenn's saying it's about integrity.
It's about something.
Yeah, anyway, all right. Okay.
He's the king. I want to look up to the king. I love the king. I'm fucking proud of him. He's a freak.
Anyway, all right. Well, yeah. So anyway, back to Fell Swoop. Just this one here. We're generally thought it was just a flat tyre win, wasn't it?
Flat win.
Yeah, it was flat tyre win.
The good bet in the race was Artley, a place at the 280 on the fair. It looked a nice bet. It was always going to track up and probably be in the finish a few lengths away. And I know they just got there, but I remember thinking that before the race. I don't bet in the state, but I thought about having a little nibble then. I didn't. And of course I went and watched it, and of course it did exactly what I thought it would do. It just trucked along. It's a nice horse.
There's nothing like confirmation that you've got some idea.
It's fucking just...
No. You always want the money.
You just
want
can't...
the money in
return.
Just
even 900 or 500.
What about the fact that you actually thought that and it happened? That's pretty good, isn't it?
Fucking... If I don't hang myself in this tree today, Mark, it'll be next week for sure.
On the fair, I mean, I know Fell Swoop was a bit disappointing, but I never thought at any stage you wouldn't have got there. I think $4 popped up on the fair at some stage.
In the run?
In the run.
And I think I'm not surprised by that, because the fair can get some... Yeah, some people react to the eye, and to the eye I thought it was going to get beat.
Did you?
And then it didn't.
All those people, like, I couldn't find a screen on time at Hawkesbury, and Mitchell Manners is calling the winner before the horse is on to lead.
Well, I'm talking about the fair, because I look at the fair at home on my days off because I'm diseased and sick, and I love the in-run pace. The other day at the trots it was fucking $2.60 in front, and the $3.20 chance, 2 chance before they jump. He came up and moved outside the death. Yeah. Right? A lap to go, he was in the death. So around the back, he was in the death, and someone put up $26, you could have $88 on him. And I went, wow. Someone really knows it's not going to go past the leader. It went past the leader. No, I never took the $88. I don't need $2,000. Yeah.
No.
Like, it's just, it does your fucking head in.
Yeah.
But so funny things do happen.
I wouldn't have. I mean, not knowing the trots and not knowing the horse and not knowing the form, I'd imagine I'd struggle.
No, but hang on. Glenn said it was a $3.26.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, on that, when I mean $3.20, I mean, you know, the tab price at the bottom. So it's at number 8, $2.60, number 9, $3.20.
Yeah,
leading
that's
outside
a fair
lead.
guide.
And in the run around the back, someone said, "What do you want? 25s?"
Yeah, I would have
You
thought.
want 25s? You can have $88 on it. And I went, "Wow!" Straight away, I went, "Well, it can't
Well, that
win."
guy knows better than
He knows
me.
better than me. I don't want to have 2,080 off him.
No.
He'd be right.
I'd-
And then I went past and went, "Gee, I wish I'd taken that 2,080. Why didn't my finger react?"
And if you only had $80 left, it's not as if you would be saving it for a pizza because I know,
It's just-
I know you don't.
It's a classic lesson in life. It's about second guessing.
You've
You
got
know,
to,
you do not second guess.
whoever
yourself.
reacts to the right decisions in life gets the prize.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you don't react, you're a very disappointing person.
Hence why we wake up
Confidence of your
disappointed every day.
convictions, it's called.
It's unbelievable. I didn't know anything about the race either. But I just thought, gee, that looks big odds. Didn't seem big odds. It means you're probably laying the one on the inside of 25s on. Would you do that?
No, that's right. That's exactly. But back to what I was saying about Fell Swoop though. If Fell Swoop is out to $4, but I think it was more generally about $2.70. That didn't cost a lot. Have to be very, very sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what price was Fell Swoop in the race?
Getting the
$1.59 I laid prior to jumping.
But I think-
I saw Jay Ford, I saw $1.59. I said, "You can have 1,000 with me."
Yeah.
Because I do that sort of thing because I'm sick.
Yeah,
And in the run, I go, "What a beauty, I've got 1,000 here. Oh, damn it, I've done another 590. Ah, fuck."
yeah,
If I was in the $4, I might have had 900, 300 back.
yeah, yeah.
Where did it sit in the run, Fell
Oh,
Swoop?
just
Sort of-
off them.
Just off them?
Yeah, perfect
So
stuff.
who's that outside lead? Was there an outside lead?
It
No,
didn't cost
no,
a
it didn't
lot.
cost a lot. Some,
Oh, hang on.
is Noidart getting up the inside of him?
Noidart was sort of on the inside. He might have been on the inside of Fell Swoop.
Anyway, we can all go and watch the race for ourselves.
Yeah, we can. Anyway, so in other words, we agree with John McLeod. The horse was pretty disappointing, but it has travelled it up. It looked like a flat run.
It was just a run. It was. It did the job. If you owned it, you'd be happy.
Yeah.
You go, oh,
I'll tell you what, Matt Dale can train.
can play, can play.
He's, you know, the key. I reckon one of the keys to him is he stayed at the same size, rides all these horses in the key lead-ups, all, you know, sure, all mock, you know, but
And
pretty much in the main gallops, he's
So
on
he
all.
rides him work.
Yeah, so he knows exactly what's going on.
Wow. Well, no wonder he's deadly on the country circuit in the fluctuation area.
Yeah.
Getting his money on.
Oh, yeah.
Through ever. Doing a good job.
Doing a great job.
Well done. And
Yeah.
congratulations to him. Well done.
And how good do these horses look every time?
They look good, Dal.
Yeah. TQ. She said,
Yeah, she wrote 4 questions here too.
Yeah.
I got the first one. That
okay,
was it.
I've noticed the email section of the show is actually, yeah, it is. There's a lot
It
of
is a little bit.
conversation going around everywhere else. So I think
And
the discussion's being
people
had.
get lazy putting pen
Yeah.
to paper.
Well,
It's like, mate,
especially as you've got social media now, which
Yeah.
it doesn't require you actually formally
No.
submit something.
It's so reactive.
I'll give you a great example of not writing. I can't stand it. I can't put pen to paper.
No.
You know I can't.
No.
So I got jury duty the other day,
Yeah.
first time ever.
Yeah.
So I read the things to get out of it. It said, "Oh, if you're a sole proprietor, you've got an ABN number, and you got to like show us documentation from your account and blah blah." All you said. So the only thing I had was, I've got an ABN number and I can't go to Scone.
Yeah.
So I said, "Well, I've got to get documentation." Fucking blah, blah, blah. I said, "Fuck this." I just wrote a letter. "Yeah, dear old mate, this is my ABN number. I can't come. That'll do me." I couldn't write it. Post it. They got back to me 2 days later. "Yeah, good as gold, good enough excuse."
Oh, is that right?
I'm off. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
But Bummer said, "Oh, write a big letter, get your account,
Yeah.
sign something." Spirit, I fucking can't be bothered.
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
my ABN number. I can't come.
Yeah.
What do you want to fucking do now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
got off. So a big load of jury people are giving me off because
Well, I don't think you would have made the selection process. You would have only been there until morning
So
tea.
do you have any biases?
Don't.
TQ, come on.
Which form? And so she said, firstly, though, can someone tell me whatever became of the St Ledger?
That's a great question.
Well, we did have, and it was quite timely because we had this. I think TQ sent this through last week.
It's
and
a
there was
great
the,
question.
The Melbourne St Ledger was on Anzac Day.
What did happen
Yeah.
to the AJC St Ledger? What a
Where
great
is
race
this?
it was.
What about Shallier winning it? Who'd ever forget that?
Oh, I know plenty about Shelley on there too. I can tell you some stories too, but I can't on air.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It was going to win the
Anyway,
Sydney
look,
Cup.
It's that courage of your convictions again. You know, Melbourne goes, "We've got a St Ledger. It's an important race. We'll run some lead-ups to it." It's like, whereas Sydney, you know, they gave the St Ledger away, and then they thought, "Oh, we'll bring it back, and we'll make the 3-year-olds," and then it's not really working, so we'll make it for 3 or 4-year-olds, and just tinker, and no interest.
There was no interest, but you are right, TQ. It is. I think it's a race that should just keep. Vintage Shears could have brought some little 4-year-old lightly raced maidens in. It was always interesting, but you know what was so interesting about it? The margins were 9x6.
Yeah. Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, exactly. There was horses walking to the line.
Oh, it's a great
It used to
race.
be a good race.
And always wet, and get the New Zealand influence.
Yeah.
A great race, and you're
And,
quite
but
right.
I think towards the end of it, though, towards the end of it,
the
we're
question
four-horse
is,
fields.
whatever had become of it?
We don't know. It's in the.
Apparently, we've lost a race on Wednesday, have we?
Yes, I was going to segue into that right now. But yeah, before we do, isn't this allegedly one of the oldest?
Yeah, it's. I think it's the oldest.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Anyway, we almost could have had our one-horse race. They're probably paranoid about it, Glenn, but the
There's not 6 races on.
six races on Wednesday. Oh, unless they split one.
Oh, don't say there's 6
Could have
races.
easily split one.
Well, at the moment, there's
Two
only
fields made or
6.
something.
There's only 6 races at the moment. You'll have the fields out, Mark, if you have a look.
Oh, don't say that.
Huckinson Harry tweeted in, ATC can't even give 40k away, Warwick Farm Wednesday. It's I think it was a 2200 metre race, is it, mate? It's been abandoned.
And how many races do they get through?
Sorry? Well, if it's
One or
been
two?
abandoned, they might have only had one acceptor.
So I said to Glenn on Saturday in research for last week's column that I looked up midweek meetings at Canterbury from 1983 and 1989.
Yeah, it was great.
And I'd forgotten both 9 race cards with 134 acceptors in 83 and 122 acceptors in the meeting that I looked at. I just picked the meeting out. I didn't go looking for a big field.
No,
big
I understand.
fields, but I looked at the 83 and I went 16, 16, 16, 15, 16, 14. I'm going, shit, I must have had a lot of work to do back then.
Yeah, but
you were young and you could do
you wrote about it for your Weekend Wisdom column, Mark, and you made some very salient points.
Now we got still a battery. We look like flashing on this one.
No, that's all right. We're supposed to. We're all under control. Yeah, you made some very good points about it, Mark. What the main thoughts are of field sizes and where we're at and what needs to be done. What are you thinking? You're thinking it's too crowded, basically too much for the top end.
Well, look, we've dumbed it down. I mean, there's lots of things that I'll continue to investigate about why we've got the product we've got now. But you know, there's a focus on races for maidens, which, you know, obviously you can get a feel for maidens. But the idea about city maidens was they were going to be grouse maidens. You know, your provincial maidens may or may not be any good, but the city maidens were supposed to be good. Well, have a look at the city maidens we had last week.
Terrible.
Awful.
People don't react to it.
Awful.
The fact-
Like, why run them? Why not have those 6 horses up against 6 provincial maiden winners?
Yeah.
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 And you know what, Mark? If you removed you could have exactly the same field, but if the term maiden wasn't there, I reckon you increase turnover.
I'll ring you back, man.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's got to be some interest in the race, some intrigue, some polarising of opinions is what you want to
That's
encourage
right. And
wagering.
if general punters see a 1 next to a horse's name, it does, I think, reflect in more confidence. As you're looking up that TQ, or actually, apart from raising whatever became the St Ledger,
4 questions. Of
4
interest.
questions, a little bit of a quiz from TQ.
So there's a $400,000 prize if you get 4 questions
400,000,
right.
yeah. For the first four people who turn up to the park.
Which former New Zealand champion ran 5th in the 1985 Brambles 2-year-old Classic at Kembla Grange, starting at 13-4? I got this one easy.
You got this one, Mark? Did you have an idea about this?
I remember that one.
All right, we'll
But
go
I mean,
through.
The trouble was the answers were underneath.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but I
right.
didn't see the answers because I'm
Yeah.
just
And
so
before we
fucking-
answer it, what did happen to the Brambles?
Well, it went the way of all the 2-year-old, you know, the Northern Slipper and what was the Newcastle one?
Coca-Cola Classic.
The
wasn't
Orange Apple. Don't laugh at the Orange Apple. I used to go to the Orange Apple. I loved it. The Silver
Yeah,
Apple.
the Silver Apple. Yeah.
Well, the Wellington
Gary
boot.
Portelli used to.
It sort of
that
gets-
one. Well,
Silver
the Wellington boot's still going okay.
It's still going, but it was not. It sort of lost its luster.
$100,000 race,
Is it?
Wellington boot.
It's better. Yeah, it was better Sunday, Monday up there. They made it on the Saturday now. I suppose it suits people up there, but Sunday, Monday was a great week ago.
Yeah.
How do you go now?
Anyway,
Alright, and
the answer was Bone Crusher.
Bone Crusher. I got that one.
Which former Melbourne
I
crowd
didn't do this.
favourite won the 2003 Goodwood Handicap at Morphettville?
And a good horse too.
Bomber Bill.
Bomber
Mark.
Bill, there he was.
Yeah.
This next one I got. How many Brisbane jockey premierships has Glenn Boss won? And I thought, I don't remember him winning because that was back in the days of G. Cook, remember Graham Cook and all those type
he
of
was
guys.
when-
Well, no, G-Box is not that old.
No, Chris Muntz was who he was up
was
against. I would have thought he might have won one before coming to Sydney.
How
before
long
he
did
came.
he spend in Brisbane before he came?
Oh, he was a Brisbane rider.
Oh, yeah, I know, but 5 years?
I'd say 5.
5. Yeah.
Anyway, the answer was none. I thought it was
None.
none.
I thought he might have had one.
And then, of course, the easy question for Teen Queen was which pacer won the 1980 Ladyship Mile at Harold Park? And it was, of course, Teen Queen.
Queen.
Go on, yeah, Teen.
Good on you. Send them in. That's good fun.
Nice to hear from you, Nicole.
Lovely.
It's okay, they managed to split the 2-year-olds.
Oh, they
two
split-
fields of 10.
Oh, split the 2-year-olds?
Oh.
So we've still got
2
7.
fields of 10.
Wow.
Jeez, they've only scraped in doing that. Oh,
From Ian. Hi, guys. Just congratulations to D. Kelly for his insight and comments. Who's D. Kelly?
D does the Melbourne Punter Show. He's
He's a friend of yours.
No, he hasn't. You haven't met him yet, Glenn.
No, what's his name?
Dan
Dave?
Kelly.
Dan
Yeah,
Kelly.
Dave will be fine. Yeah, Dave.
Do I know him?
No, as you said in Driving Miss Macy, I'll let you know who you've met and haven't. No, you haven't met Dan Kelly.
I've met at the picnic.
Yeah, you met. You spent all afternoon at the races without
It's
the
like
picnic.
fucking Yes Minister. Here's Sir Humphrey.
I got no idea what I mean.
It is, yeah.
Is he a nice man,
When
D. Kelly?
When Matt Taylor too comes on board, he's the next one to go through it.
I'm thinking about barring Matt Taylor too.
Oh, you was?
I know one Matt Taylor.
You can only-
What else can I handle one? I saw him again the other day. I said, yeah, I'm not so low though. Just going to go that way.
You're gonna go that way.
Time you tell me to ring Matt Taylor, I'll be ringing the first one. He can ring the second one. I fucking can't take it, Dal.
Yeah. Well, it did take you. It was about 6 months until you even said hello to Aaron when he was sitting next to you for the whole.
Now,
bit.
yeah.
You used to come up. What is that?
Yeah, Aaron was standing next to you for a long time.
Oh, before he was acknowledged.
Fuck. Well, now I drive in the race.
Yeah, it's torture. Glenn.
I fucking want
Glenn is just.
Every time I drive now, I'm getting closer and closer to a head-on. I'm just thinking, imagine a camera car accident,
Oh, I love that, mate.
like Darren covered in blood. Fuck, that would be funny.
What, you're like dusting yourself off?
You know what I'm like. I'm Mr. McGoo. I walk off a building and a plank of wood turns up. I am the absolute Magoo.
Oh dear, but Ian,
All right, and so-
Ian said the comments from Dan were to follow Luke Nolan, who I think got suspended. He did get suspended on Monday, but he's been absolutely on fire, Luke Nolan.
Oh, has he?
Riding. I think there was a period there, maybe post-break caviar, that the confidence just seemed to go. But he seems
he's
very
had some
very-
down periods.
Yeah, I think. Not watching a lot of Melbourne races, I think confidence was a big key to Luke Nolan, and he really seems to have got that I'm here and
Okay, there
get
it
out
is.
of my way type thing.
Speaking of confidence,
Yes.
what about how confident do horses get when they become trained by D. Weir?
Oh
You
yeah.
see Regis?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like Team Hawks, D. Weir, good as gold.
Yeah. All right. Beautiful.
Well done, D-Weir.
Winning everywhere and all types. Great call. Thank you, Ian. From Dave, just a comment on the BS coming from uninformed punters. Read what Zach Purden said on the difference in the whip rules between Hong Kong and Australia. The inference is that the rules in Australia are about protecting the horse's welfare. Correct? Question mark. By contrast, the assumption is that in Hong Kong they don't care about the horse's welfare. It is all about pleasing the punter. Is that not also correct? It could not be further from the truth. Hong Kong has struck the perfect balance. They look after the punter and the horses, whereas the whip rules in Australia are about appearance, nothing about reality. Until they changed the whip rules, probably about 5% of jockeys wore spurs. Now it would be probably in the 90% range of jockeys that wear spurs. Hardly in the horse's interest, would you say? Now in Hong Kong, spurs are banned, even in track work. So who really cares about the horse's welfare?
That's very interesting. Thank you, D. Potter.
And
This is from Dave Potter.
Dave Potter, yeah.
Dave Potter, Spurs
Yeah.
man.
And in Australia, they could not.
But that's not Deep Potter, the bloke who works in the show.
No, he's a friend of yours.
What's his name
That's
again?
Darren.
You've never
Darren,
met. You've
yeah.
never met Dave.
Sorry,
Potter.
keep going.
And in Australia, they could care less about punters either. Could not care less about punters either, as no one tells a punter when a jockey is wearing spurs, or what is just as relevant when they are not wearing spurs. All I am saying is compare apples with apples. Don't urinate on us, and then tell us it is raining.
Well, it is interesting how the spurs on, spurs off, because they are. I mean, I follow them. That's one of the main
You
reasons.
find
they
more jockeys wearing spurs now or not?
a little bit more.
Mm.
It shows a greater degree of intent.
But also, aren't they? Dave Potter's trying to say that they're offsetting the more stringent whip rules.
Yeah, but they are the whip rules because it looks that way. No one sees the spurs like the veterinarians wouldn't even know spurs are on boots. People, punters that spot them, and I mark them down all the time, like especially on and off.
On and off, yeah, exactly. And a lot of the time too, they might not be wearing them because they can't make the weight as well too.
I don't know if I agree with that. I know that's been brought up before, but I
Yeah.
just don't think that's.
Not all the time. No.
Well, how are they? 300 grams or something? 200 grams?
Yeah,
Would they be that much?
They could, well, I mean,
They're
that's the
aluminium.
difference.
Yeah.
That's the
they're
difference.
Probably only 100 grams.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but that can be the difference too.
Maybe.
They are. I mean, like we do need jockeys, but they are walking around.
Well, we have been talking about Spurs for 5 years now. The Chief Steward thinks there's nothing in
Doesn't think anything about it.
Speaking about Spurs for 10 years.
Yeah, we've brought it up with him. He thinks there's nothing. So
that's right.
There it is.
Exactly. He's wagering how much a year on things?
Probably 2 weeks of Waller's wages.
But it is an interesting point.
It
It is an interesting point, though, that that we're very concerned about whipping horses, and yet we're happy for the Spurs to go on.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, the Spurs would really hurt. They're a nail at the end of your boot about that big, and it digs into the side of your rib cage when you're going as fast as you can go, and keeps your mind on the job. When I have a really good bet and they got the Spurs on, I'm really happy. When I have a really good bet and the Spurs are off, I'm really unhappy.
Beautiful. Anyway,
I
moving
don't
on.
care about the money. I couldn't care if every horse dropped dead in the road. I would give a flying fuck. Turn them
That's
all
your
into
job.
dog food.
That's your job to be
Yeah,
like
I
that.
don't give a fuck about anything. Fucking horses' welfare, who gives a fuck? I care about welfare till the green light goes up and I get paid. Then I'm happy.
Morgan said loves John Waters' videos, all that, and Darren Potter mentioned a book about staking.
Yeah, that'd be Kelly, wouldn't it?
It's the Kelly Criterion. It's by William Poundstone, and I've been since I saw this before jumping on the bike
we
to
got
the ferry.
10 free to the next 10 emailers.
And then yes, and we've also got a book of Bill Waterhouse's and
When Dasher won the book 5 years ago, he still sees me once a year and goes, "Has Dale got that book?"
Aren't you lucky you don't have to go to Wellington anymore to see Dasher and his book?
He's a champion, Dasher.
I don't think a couple of moves later. I don't think it actually. I think it just got chucked. I think.
Yeah, there it was.
Yeah. Anyway, the book is by William Poundstone, and I can't think of the name. It's on the Kelly Criterion. It might come to me between now and the end of the show. But if I got it from either Amazon or I think Dimmicks might even sell it too. But just do a search for any of the through any of the major book sites. All right, great. Okay, cool. That moves
From Jared.
on from there. Jared, how good is Just Ideal's shirt? Group 1. That was up to the Friday show.
What shirt was it?
Oh, it was a pinky sort of florally number, wasn't
It's
it?
not a white shirt. It's not a white shirt.
Oh,
Yeah.
you go, good. You go, good one.
It's
You go.
Fridays.
I like a good flannel. You like a good wine. I love a good flannel.
Fridays around here. It's a wide shirt day.
Oh, it's a really.
Pants optional.
Yeah, pants optional. He just likes saying that. And then from Mad Punter.
Mrs. loves it when I share with a bit of Glenn's life advice. Glenn saves us lifeless. And this was on in comments to your comment about Dejan, I think it was, who won the tournament last week.
Got his missus involved.
And they did an article on that. Glenn's view of last week's tourney winner. Dejan, you are a fucking idiot.
I stand by it. It's a fair commentary.
And why was that, Glenn?
I just can't get, like, what's the point of that?
Because he's brought his missus in for the last bit.
Now it's won 12,000. You think he's seen 1 cent of it?
No.
Gone.
No.
Missus got it.
All right, we mentioned about the race being there. Matt Taylor too tweeted in, Glenn.
Oh, yeah.
You're just going to ignore it?
I can't take it.
Should, for those people who don't know, we've got a new Matthew Taylor starting. And there was a question from somebody actually also too. Where did young Bensley get to? Which was Matt Taylor. And Matt's, I don't know, I've got to ask you.
I had a drink with him the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You
Wasn't
know?
young Bensley Mark Crookshank?
Oh, is that your... Oh.
Yeah, that's
Was
was
that-
Crookie was young Bensley. Not,
Oh, was
not,
he?
Not Matthew Taylor.
Oh, really? What about Benson? What's happened to Benson? I never see him anymore on TV. Is he on TV?
No, he doesn't do
It's on
TV,
the
he's on the radio.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Anyway, this is something that John Moore, I want to ask you about this too. I mentioned, I think, last Wednesday in relation to a Waller winner.
Saru recently.
Yeah.
One went terrible, one pissed him.
Woodang down at the
Woodang
back.
out the back between 22 lengths.
Yeah, but this
And
one,
Saritza just
Trucked him.
yeah. What we're talking about is Chris Waller resuming them without a trial, and one thing we
Well,
know
I'll tell you
about.
one thing. Woodang Mountain looked very poor.
Yeah,
And Zaritza looks sensational.
you know what your only hope there is.
So you only have there is Mounting Yard Mail on a Saturday, and if you're out there on a Wednesday, if you're at the courts, come and ask me.
Yeah, but yeah, so it is.
Because it is a trick shot.
Well, one thing.
It's a new thing to his bow.
I think that it's one of the great things that Chris has done throughout his entire career. Is just when you think you've got a handle on things and it's going there, he reinvents and reinvents.
Who has ever thought they've got a handle on Waller?
No, but you just get the
No,
feeling,
I've-
and then it changes because
I've
it
never
changes.
been too bad with him. I quite,
Yeah.
because like I found press statement at Canterbury unraced at 25s.
Most amazing price of all time.
Yeah. And but so I've always had it. But he's the king. He's the king's allowed
Yeah.
to change the moves for the pawns.
Yeah, but I want to say, okay, what are we talking about this? So we're saying
Or the prawns. Whatever it is.
the pawns. Yeah.
Oh, did you see that badminton player in China or something? Her name
No,
was-
what happened?
Her second name's Sight.
Yeah.
And the parents called her Porn. Porn Sight. I'm telling you, look it up. That's a fucking mad as well.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
I didn't really see it, but our man was on the news this week. Kim Jong, is he?
Kim Jong's going.
He's our hope. He's our hope. I mean, because we're not. How close to Korea are we, mate? We're like, could he get a nuclear missile to us? Yeah.
And did you see the video this week of the helicopter crash? Oh, it's the fucking absolute best. Norway, 13 oil workers. Did you hear what happened?
No, I'm about to.
No, but the old mate must have at the servicing forgot to do the bolts up,
Oh no.
and the thing came off.
Oh, jeez.
And so it's just hit the ground. Typical aeroplane. I gotta love aeroplane crashes. There's always 13 killed. It's 100% every time.
Not every time.
It's outstanding work by Gravity.
Yeah.
But someone took a video of it. They didn't take a video of the plane going down, just of the helicopter thing in the air going for about, stayed up for ages.
It did. Oh, it
It
is.
just keeps spinning.
Yeah.
And it's quite aerodynamic, and you're just like, look at this. Fuck, it's grouse video. Didn't you see that?
No.
Yeah, no good. No good if you're on board with the pilot going, we've lost the rotor blade.
Yeah, you wouldn't know about it. Anyway, so while I'm first up, it's just something
Yeah,
to keep,
tricky, gotta keep an eye.
something to keep an eye on with this
Definitely
no trial
mounting
thing.
our mouse massive there.
Yeah.
I promise you.
General, the Barry O'Farrell report. I haven't really read a lot of it. Mark, did you see it?
What is it?
Barry O'Farrell was doing the long-term thing. It was. I think a few people were hoping he might have said in-play betting in sport would be okay.
Right. Instead, he's he's gone the other way, saying we might have to rub out this in-play and racing as well.
Has he gone that way? Has he?
That's the hint that I got.
I don't know.
I hope they don't rub out in-plane racing.
We'll put it. Being Friday was that busy and I haven't really had a look at it. But from what I could see from the people on Twitter who seem to be the more core wagering participants, seemed that the feedback was negative anyway. So we might have a look at that and get further on that. Now, just to wrap up part 2 of the show. Before we do that, after that episode of Driving Miss Macy, how did Palazzo Publico go around at that price, and how did I back it back to last week?
That's from the punting baron. I understand punting baron. It's funny hearing it, like, you just trot it in.
Didn't you love BZ,
There he
as
was.
you call him?
Drove him to Melbourne, he's gone.
He's gone. And straight back, how good do we go? Straight there. Photo with him on Twitter, with Tommy Berry there in Hong Kong.
She tacked one, there he was.
There it is. People
Right.
kick after our show.
Well, they sure do, don't they? It's a big leg up.
And the general thing is, Jake sent it out and we'll do an article on it probably in the next day or
Send us
two.
about this, can you ask Glenn about where he did the mounting?
Oh,
yard from upper Ticket Chance
yes,
and
that came through late. That came through late.
I just right where the horse parade, standing
Did
there.
you?
Yeah,
they wanted. You told a story about that too.
about the
Hong
7th,
Kong.
18th, yeah, because but
Because they cheer the price changes and all that.
oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
They just sit there watching the top. It goes from 370 to 250. If there's 8 million in the pool, and they just go, whoa! It's just little Chinaman race. You go, what
So it's
happened
like
there?
Wheel of Fortune.
It's fucking best. Only place I like Hong Kong people's in Hong Kong. Anyway,
Before favourite track, Jake sent it out for people to come in with their favourite tracks, the tracks they like betting on most.
Yeah, and why, I guess.
And why?
meaning us or people?
People
Everybody.
and
Oh,
us.
Jake sent me a thing for the golf. I didn't know how to reply, Jake, because I don't know how to use email, but thanks, Dad. Sent me a thing on Tiger Woods.
Okay.
And I did read it. I really enjoyed it, Jake, so good on you, mate. And I just, you should reply to people?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
It costs money
Favourite
too.
track?
For me,
Is it still Warwick Farm or not as much?
I've raced too much at Warwick Farm.
I would say my favourite track is Randwick.
Yeah. I think,
Headquarters.
yeah, I mean, and that's a fair call because we did start this exercise with you just loving Warwick Farm and wanting to do it.
Yeah.
Is it because it's now back to our workhorse that it's not that different feel to it anymore?
I don't know, it's just, I just like Randwick, you know? The only bad downside of Randwick is we have, the amount of meetings we have there now is 50% of them are pretty crowded.
Yeah.
And the meeting, you put your best, the morning you have a shower. Also, it's a 10-minute drive,
Yeah.
5-minute drive.
Yeah.
And if I'm driving dirty filth to Miss Macy,
Yeah.
it's 5 minutes from Miss Macy, I don't cop it.
Yeah. And you've got your parking spot.
No, they took it away.
Did they?
Changed it to no stopping.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Wow, they got you.
They got me.
They got
All
you.
that publicity.
Yeah.
Well, you got what?
I had a good run for a few years.
Yeah.
I got abused about 20 coppers, got out of every fine.
Yeah.
So did S. Philip say to you, what are we going to do now, Glenn?
Yeah, he did say that actually.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it looks like I've got to find somewhere else. But no stopping, changed during the week. It's a sad day.
Anyway, but you got. Yeah, anyway.
That's in the part 2.
No, it is. Yeah. So, your favourite track, Mark?
Oh, sorry.
Was the old Broadmeadow, which I assume was gone, because they've redo the track. Broadmeadow, previously there was some
It's a great track too. That's a great track to go to.
Yeah, but it was also, you know, with those Saturday meetings at Broadmeadow, they, you know, you'd find a horse that would lead from an outside draw and they just never see them. They never get them.
Yeah, great track. That was the end of part 2.
Thank you.
I'll just stay there with a kid down there. Part 3, 1, 2, 3.